Now that we've optimized some of our settings, the next thing we need to turn our attention towards is connecting our bank feeds. And we're on the dashboard here, and what you'll see is once we uploaded the template for Amazon sellers and the chart of accounts, it came with 5 credit card accounts, 3 checking accounts, and 2 PayPal accounts. Now, most likely you'll not need all of those, so the first thing we'll need to do is to remove some of the duplicates. And the second thing we'll need to do is to actually change the name and some of the settings to reflect the actual accounts. And to do that, we're going to go to Settings, and then we're going to go to Chart of Accounts. And what we'll see under this type, it says Bank. And what we're going to do for this example is we're going to leave 1 checking account, so we're going to archive 2 and 3. We're going to leave 1 PayPal account, so we're going to archive the second PayPal account. And then we're going to have to scroll down a little bit to our credit card section, and let's leave 1 credit card, so 1 of each. Now that we've clicked the ones that we want to archive, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2 and 3, and then 2, we're going to go ahead and just, like the rest of the duplicates, we're going to archive these here. And that leaves us with 1 each. And so let's just say I'm going to go plug in a couple of accounts. So we're going to click on the blue link. And let's assume for this example that we are going to use a Wells Fargo checking account. So the first thing it's going to ask us is, what's our bank? I'll type in Wells Fargo, and it's going to search all of the available feeds. Now if you use pretty much any national bank, you should see your particular bank show up on that feed, on this search bar. And it says, so bank feeds are available. If you're not sure if this is correct, you can also click a link to check that bank's homepage. And so that's the way to verify whether or not you have the correct bank selected here. And so now that we've chosen Wells Fargo in this feed, I'm confident matches. I'm going to go ahead and change the name. So for this example, I'm going to call it Wells Fargo Checking. This code came from the chart of account template, and I would recommend just leaving that the way it is. And if you know your bank account number offhand, feel free to change that up here, or you can simply leave it alone. This is merely for your internal purposes. Sometimes what I like to do is I will change it to, let's say, the last 4 digits of the account number. So I'll put XXX5679 as an example's sake. We'll click Save. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the credit card. It's going to work just the same way. Let's say I have a Discover card. And then I'm going to rename it to Discover. And then I'll input the last 4 digits as an example. And then finally PayPal. And this is where it gets a little bit different. If you have a PayPal account, what you're going to show here is the opportunity to change the account name. We'll call this Business PayPal. We'll leave the code, and then we're going to set up this automatic PayPal import. To do this, we're going to click this button. It's going to ask us, what is the PayPal email that you use to log in? And let's just, for example's sake, use my business email. And then it's going to ask you, how much data do you want to PayPal to import? So you have 2 options. You can import up to 30 days of transactions, or you can specify a specific start date shorter than 30 days. So, you know, there's a million different situations someone could be encountering. If you're an older business, well, then you'd import all 30 days. There's not too many situations where I wouldn't just go ahead and click all available transactions. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, click all available transactions, and click Save. And what happened there is, you'll see this, an email was sent to my email with instructions for activating the PayPal feed. In a couple of videos, I'm going to show you how to activate that PayPal feed, but suffice for now, we've changed the name, we've set up we've connected, or we've at least told Zero what the feed we need to set up for each of our accounts, and that will conclude this video. And in the next video, we're going to drill down into each of those, and I'm going to show you how to actually set up the feed, the connection, so that data will start streaming in from your bank or credit card or PayPal account.